film because my phone decided it wanted to be me. Alright, I need a knife. Where's my good knife? Good knife. Alright, here's a good knife. Here's a good enough knife, I should say. Alright. Got me a good knife. Let me get my gloves on. There I go. Right, Evan? Put these here gloves on. I'm going to have to let this sit for just a little bit after I get it seasoned up so that I can. I'm not going to use a binder today. You two stop. Hey. Knife in there. Grab my ribs out. Ribs in there. That's pretty good. That rack of ribs. Get that rack of ribs. That is 2.56 pounds of ribs. Now, most people trim their ribs. I'm not going to trim these. They actually look, they're pretty trimmed up. A lot of people remove the membrane. I'm not worried about removing membranes. I'm just going to score it so the smoke gets through it, and the seasoning gets through it. And this hex, square, diagonal pattern, I don't know what you'd call this pattern. I'm just going to score that a little bit. Now, really need salt and pepper. Here comes the salt. I need to refill this thing. Alright, we're going to throw a little bit of salt on there. Now, I gotta try and go a little bit easier on the black pepper today. That shit was rough coming out yesterday. That shit just wanted to be everywhere. I don't want too peppery. Now I'm gonna use the same two rubs, or no, I'm using one of the rubs. I'm using the Rib Rack sugar-free barbecue rub. Now, a little bit heavier with these two. I'm using that apple and honey stuff from that I used yesterday, which that pork tenderloin was absolutely delicious. And we got a little bit left over. Not much. Anja, the child that only wants beef, actually ate some of it last night too. It's unusual for her. She doesn't like to eat what I cook most of the time. Unless it's steak. If I'm cooking steak, she'll eat it. Anytime there's steak, she'll eat it. She'll eat hamburger. She'll eat steak. But she won't eat chicken. Unless it's in nugget form or tender form, which is just a long nugget. I can get you to behave here. Stop doing that. Feeding them on the side over here. They're pretty thick ribs. Not worried about the seasoning going around the side, going around into the cutting board there. because getting bored. It's made to catch the seasonings. That's what this thing's made for. It's like the bucket looking thing. Or tub, whatever you want to call it. Use coarse salt and coarse pepper. Ooh, there's a lot of pepper in that one spot. We can rub that around a little bit. Spread it out some. Yeah, that'll be alright. I did get one bite of the pork yesterday that was super peppery. So. And this video will probably be the week after yesterday's video. Well, the video that I filmed yesterday, I should say. Excuse me. My belly says, there's the ribs. You need those. I'm making room for it. And of course, Lucky's sitting here watching me. He thinks I'm gonna let him have some of these, don't you, bud? I think the floof is in Anja's room. I think. I guarantee nothing. I haven't seen him in a while. He did come hang out with me for a little bit this morning. Anja and her mother went shopping. Anja wanted to go to Books A Million, so they went to Books A Million. I have a Kindle. Very rarely buy physical copies of books anymore. For one reason and one reason only. I ain't got nowhere to put them. Not using the binder today. Normally I'd use mustard as a binder. But you can use lots of things. What was I used not long ago? I used something not long ago that was really cool that I used. Vinegar, I think. Nope, Worcestershire. I used Worcestershire on some steaks. It literally did not add any flavor to it. But it did help the salt, pepper. I don't think I put any other seasonings on those. It was just salt and pepper. There's a little spot there that was a little bit bare. Put a little bit more on here. I am making funny noises this morning. Well, this afternoon. It's almost 3 o'clock. Means I need to go fire up a smoker. Get it heated up. So we're going to let this set for a little bit. For like 10 to 15 minutes here. Let that salt activate. Start pulling that moisture out. And then we'll go throw it on. Then we'll make sure the smoker's fired up real good. Let it get up to temp. What you think about that, Lucky? And of course, Ivan's following me around because he's my buddy. That's what he does. That right, buddy. You should follow me around everywhere, don't you, boy? You're a good boy, though, aren't you? You're a good boy. My buddy. Him's my good buddy. Lucy's laying on the back of the couch because she's Lucy. Lucky! What's up, bud? I know that if I leave this sitting here, you're going to try and mess with it. So, I'm not going to leave it here. Come on, all the way up. You're so mean. Such a mean cutting board tub thing. Anywho. Yeah, it's starting to look a little wet now. A few more minutes, it'll be better. So we're just going to wait. And then I'll zoom in on it and let y'all see the what I mean by looking wet. Because the salt, once it starts to penetrate, it pulls the moisture out, which is just moisture. You don't want the moisture in there, you want the natural juices that are in there. Which is why while it's on the smoker, you spritz it. Yeah, spritz it with the spritzer. Actually, it's just a spray bottle. But I use apple cider vinegar. Doesn't change the flavor, just keeps it moist. And with ribs, after about 2 hours, you wrap them, put sauce on them and wrap them. And then you put them back on the smoker for about another hour. You want to start out meat side down, then flip it halfway through. And then you want to wrap it at around the 2 hour mark. When you wrap it, you either put it in aluminum foil or butcher paper, either one. You put some sauce on there. If you're going to use sauce, you put sauce on there, which I'm going to use sauce. I'm going to use the same sauce I used yesterday, because I didn't use all of it. Although I am almost out of it. I will need to make or get some more type of sauce. So it's a honey sauce. It just says honey. I don't remember what brand it is. There's a lot of different brands and they're all pretty good. I do like Sweet Baby Ray's. Jack Daniels makes sauce. What's that other one? There's another one that I like to use. That's really good. Guy Fieri has some sauce that's just amazing. But I might try and make some sauce soon, because I've already made the Eastern Carolina barbecue sauce, the vinegar-based sauce, which it turned out really good. Still got some of it over there. I used to make a barbecue sauce that was really good, that I had out of a small little cookbook that I got from somewhere. I don't remember where it came with something that I bought. I didn't use most of the recipes, but I used that one. It's in that cookbook, but it's a tomato-based sauce. So usually you use some tomato paste and ketchup, honey, molasses, stuff like that. It gets that sweet and thick. You throw some cayenne and some red pepper flakes in there, make it a little warm. You don't get any item. No, you don't. I ain't dealing with y'all shooting fire. Let y'all outside and all you be doing is yelping while you're out in the yard. Okay. It's looking a little bit wetter. Go a little bit longer. Just a little bit though. I will probably cut most of this part of the weighting out. So, yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get y'all a better look at this here. So, if you, no, not the way I need. Oop, nope, not up, down, 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 down. There we go. Nope, up a little bit. About right there. Yeah. So, you see how it looks kind of wet right in there? That's what we're looking for on the whole thing. We want it to look wet. That's all we need for it, to look wet. Because once it looks wet, we're ready to go. It's ready to, it's pretty much ready to go on the smoker. Once the smoker gets up to temperature. So once this gets to where it needs to be, I'm gonna put it in the fridge and let it set in the fridge till the smoker gets up to temp. Once the smoker's up to temp, we'll throw it on the smoker. So I will see y'all then. Alright, so smoker's almost stabilized at a good temperature. This is what it looks like after sitting in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Now it's looking really nice and wet. The colors from the seasonings is dulled, so it's doing a lot. The seasonings are soaking in them. So I'm gonna throw gloves on and I'm gonna take it out there and throw it on the smoker. Alright, so I'm getting ready to bring the ribs in off the smoker because it's been about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna bring them in. So I'm gonna bring them in, sauce them, and wrap them after I get my gloves on. I'm gonna get my heat-resistant gloves on. So at this point, the type of stuff you use to smoke doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't add any flavor because the smoke can't get through the aluminum foil. But this will help the ribs retain their juices. So I will be back in just a minute.
Back door.
Alright. You're rolling. Don't roll. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it? Amazingly beautiful. They smell good too. Alright, so now, even though I got juice and stuff all over my gloves, I'll squeeze some sauce out on this. I'll rub it around a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't need a whole lot. Just a little bit. I'm going to flip them over. Sauce this side a bit. Alright. Now, you gotta wrap them. I don't want to wrap them tight. Not too tight. this will help keep the juices in. You should always double wrap them. It's very squeaky. You use gloves like this. So I'll be back in a minute.
Back door. Back door.
Alright, so now that they're sauced and everything, they're going to go back on there for about an hour, hour and a half. Then I'll probe them and see how done they are. So, I'll be back after I probe them. Or after I get them off the smoker. Alright, so ribs are done. Anja's over there cooking the mac and cheese. She's making the mac and cheese. Biscuits are done. The ribs have to rest. But look at that. Look at that. They look good. Don't they look good?
Yeah.
Just gotta let them rest before we start cutting them. They're probably really, really juicy. Hi, Ivan. Why are you staring at me like that? Alright, so in a few minutes, here in a bit, when it's ready to be cut, I'll come back and cut them. Alright, we're back. Anja's over here. Who's pulling bones out of the ribs. Well, they do come out pretty easily. And clean. Well, pretty clean. That's good.
Here are 10 basic rules you'll hear from teachers about technique, theory, rhythm, and I'm going to show you why pro bases sometimes break
Can I put on some gloves and get your bones?
What?
Can I put on some gloves and get some bones?
No.
Rule 1, don't plug too hard, unless you want to sound like
Cut this open. Look at how juicy that is.
Oh, I tried these.
teachers.
Want to try a piece?
Overplug because it's tiring and it gives you this kind of nasty tone. But that tone can be killer for intense or aggressive music like Crush.
Oh, God.
Just pay attention to the difference in sound between normal
That
plugging
bone.
and overplugging. And don't overplug when you need a nice
That bone
tone.
is at a really weird angle. Look at that bone right there.
And also overplugging can mess up your rhythm if you're too tense because your fingers will get like stuck on the string, so it might trigger nice solid eighth notes into.
Knife's almost too big to fit between some of these bones.
A quick shout out to Mike at Art Guitar. Check out his
Yes, you can put some gloves on. Just remember these are hot.
Stacy version after you're done.
Where are the gloves?
The link is
In
in the
this drawer right here.
Rule 2, plug with 2 fingers, unless you want to make things juice. Teachers teach you to alternate plug index and middle so that you can play fast enough. If you want to play. But what pro bassists still love about one-finger plugging is the consistency of the sound of the same finger attacking every note. I love one-finger plugging, but my caveat for beginners is if you don't force yourself to consistently practice alternating plugging, you're never going to get good at it, and then you won't be able to keep up on that song. So getting one-finger plugging even like sort of fast is really hard.
Anja's pulling bones. Because she's weird. So, did you like them?
Kinda.
Kinda.
And subscribe to Bass Buds, and don't skip the notification
So that's a weird child. Who doesn't like ribs?
That's not for that easy.
That's because you can't just hold on to one bone and pull.
How do I do it though?
No, I mean like you can't hold on to that bone and pull that bone while you're and hold on to another one to hold it down.
They are hot.
Yes, they are. Alright, time for me to turn the camera off and play it. Until next time. Please like and subscribe, and if you like watching us,
Recommend it.
don't just recommend. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Tell everybody. And keep watching our videos. And comment down below and tell us what other stuff you like watching us do.